Okay guys, what's up? I am so sorry. So I stopped my live earlier because I had to run to the bathroom. So now I'm back. I've got another 30 minutes I thought I'd go live on, and I kind of wanted to just sort of start with that movie, The Free Guy, and just kind of go into a little bit of The Free Guy until I get some questions and really understand, what they're trying to do to make us just live this mediocre lifestyle, and how it's our responsibility to just question it and kind of jump out and jump up and do things differently. So, remember that movie Free Guy, right? You've got this guy, he's in the blue shirt, right? The blue shirt guy, he's going around, he doesn't have sunglasses on, he's kind of just living this mediocre life, just doing the exact same thing every day, drinking coffee in the morning, which is kind of a weird thing I'll talk about later, just living this free life, right? Or so he seems, he's this living a life. Well, but then he discovers the sunglasses, right? And he's like, holy cow, I'm not living at all. I'm not living at all. I actually have no idea what living even means. I didn't even have access to any of these things, right? Then he gets the sunglasses on, he starts earning points, he's able to go up levels, he's able to become better and better and be more than he ever thought he could be, and eventually it turns out that he saves everybody, right? The same idea is kind of seen in everything, like The Matrix and all these different other movies that teach us the more we can do things on our own and figure out on our own and do different things that are different than everybody, the better we can be and the more we can become, right? It's really teaching you that if you'll go down that path, the path less trodden, right? The path that doesn't really sync up with what everyone else is doing, you're gonna get rewarded for that, okay? And I think that a lot of the things that they teach us just hide in plain sight right here, and it's easily there for us to grab if we want to, or not grab if we don't want to, okay? And so it's all our own individual journey. You can choose to grab it or you can choose not to, and that's why it's kind of hard to wake others up once you've already started on the journey and you've started waking up and you've started kind of figuring stuff out. It's hard to wake up your friends, you guys. It's their choice. We all have free will. Earth is like a free will place. So you come here to experience an Earth, and you're supposed to just do as much experimentation as possible and experiment as many things as you possibly can. And so that's what we're here to do. And so you're not supposed to take away the free will of others. Let them experience. But setting a good example, right? Showing why this path is better is always a good idea, right? I always like to lead by example and always show yeah, well, I'm making a lot of money, so if you do the same thing, maybe you'll make money too, you want to stop being poor? Well, then think you're rich, I tell people that all the time. You want to stop thinking that you're poor? Well, then stop saying I'm poor. Say I'm rich. I'm rich, I'm wealthy, I'm healthy, I'm wise. I kind of tell my clients to have these mantras in their mind of what they would normally say every single day. I have these little cards. It's like a card pack. And then, every day you flip up one of those cards and you're I am special. Or that's kind of a dumb one, but you are. Things I have great ideas, or I am becoming better every day. I am on the path to becoming the person I want to be. These are all things that you should repeat to yourself over and over again to try to get your mind to get out of this repetitious mode of keep giving us the same ideas over and over again, making us do the exact same thing every day. What Einstein say, you guys, right? The definition of insanity is repeating the same thing over and over again, but expecting different results. Well, that's the story of our lives, you guys. We're supposed to be doing different things and trying different stuff. We shouldn't be living the exact same routine every day. We shouldn't. We're supposed to be meeting different people, doing different things. That's the only way we can expand. And we put ourselves here, like I've talked about before. We were the ones that chose to do it this way and chose to grow in this way. Okay, so we put all these situations in our life in order to be the one that gets out of it, to overcome it. And we're testing ourselves in a way to do that. These tests that we give are things that we've agreed upon. I've talked about this in other videos, so sorry if you're seeing it again. But we've agreed on these tests well before we woke up this morning. So you've agreed on it, you've already agreed to do it, and the more we overcome it, then that test won't come back to us again. So you won't be getting the same tests over and over again. Every time you pass a test, you get higher and higher, and things get better and better. And as you're going along this life and figuring out which way to go, show kindness to yourself. All right, guys, show kindness to yourself, show kindness to people around you. Kindness is key. It's the only way to get us through this kind of stuff. And as we're all, they call it the apocalypse for a reason. This is the apocalyptic time. This is the great awakening, right? Apocalypse just means removal of the veil. So the veil has been lifted, kind of thing like that. And that just means a lot of truths are going to come out. It's a timing thing with the universe, and there's lots of stuff that go on with that. But what it actually has us focus on is focus on things that will better your life and better yourself and help you see what's really happening here. And it's up to us, just like in that movie Free Guy, right? It's up to us to choose to put on the glasses. Remember, he goes and tries to put the glasses on his friend later, and his friend's like, no, I'm just not ready for the glasses. All right, to those people, you still have to show kindness, and you still have to be kind and love them and know that when their time is ready, they will put on the glasses. All right, you guys, so just know that, and know that as you're going through this and as you're choosing to do different things than your friends and family are, yeah, you might be making different choices than them, and that's okay if they don't listen to you. I think a lot of people get bummed out when they found the truth and they found something that's like really good for them and they want others to do it too, but those people don't want to do it and they don't want to listen to them, and they're just like, yo, back up, do your own thing. Well, the more you allow yourself and themselves to just do their own thing and do your own thing and grow in your own way, the better it's going to get for everybody. And you'll see that people will start to follow your example. It's more about, I think when I started learning the truth about like, oh no, you can do this to make a crap ton of money. I almost cursed on my channel. To make a whole lot of money, you can do this, you know? And people are like, okay, go believe you're a millionaire. Well, look what's going on now. Okay? So you've got to believe you are before you are in order to get others to see your example and want to do what you're doing. All right? So it's really important to get your mindset roped into believing you already are what you want to be well before you are, and then it will be attracted to you. Okay? It's a vibrational thing. If you vibrate with where you are, then you get that thing. Okay? So you're only receiving in your life what you deserve to be receiving. And I know that's probably not going to be very fun for a lot of you to hear sometimes, but that's what you're receiving right now is what you deserve to be receiving. Okay? So if you want to change it, then vibrate differently and vibrate higher. Clint Harvey. Hey, Clint, what's up? On the the energy you have. Love my beaded twin. Happy birthday! Oh, July 5th, this is my birthday twin. Yeah, we do have the same birthday. Yeah, I do have a lot of energy, man. I am just like fired up about this darn thing. I really am fired up about it. And my kid's at a birthday party right now, so that so I just had some extra time and I really just want to, spread the word. There's so much word to spread, you guys. Like they try to make it a lot harder than it is, kind of like when I talked about earlier, because if we all understood the truth, then there's no way we could be kind of kept down like we're being kept down right now. And so we all need to see what's up. Hi, Alexis. That was a subscriber that just joined. Hi, Alexis. You guys can subscribe and join. I get all sorts of really cool behind the scenes videos for subscribers, and I give them just a ton of really cool notes that I take, tell them how to use a lot of herbs that I use, give them secret recipes and all sorts of stuff. Then we have, we're going to have lives, hey, Alexis, that are just for subscribers only, and so it's a really cool deal. I actually just started my subscriber program like yesterday or the day before, so pretty cool thing. I'm all excited about it, but you don't have to subscribe in order to hear me rant and rave about, about the truth and about things that we should be doing in our lives just on a day-to-day. So I think, one of the first questions that I would ask yourself, or you should start with when you're trying to figure out what it is, what do you want? What do you want? All right. So the first thing you should really understand is like, what do you want? And if you don't know what you want, then how can you expect to have anything that you like? You really need to set your mind of like, what do I want? Oh, hello. I got a hello. Hi, Mira. Sadie, any book recommendations on vibrations? Let's see, book recommendations on vibrations and just how it works. So I recommended this in another video already. Like Yogi Ramacharaka is fantastic just when it comes to like workings of everything on a regular. Neil Goddard, dude. And it's not really vibrations, but Neil opens up your mind to alternative interpretations of the Bible and stuff. That's awesome. April, thank you for subscribing! Woo! I'm so excited! Thank you! I'm so stoked. Sorry, like really excited. Oh, and that actually just made me, I have another book here, so I'll show you. Thank you, April! You're so sweet! Yay! Yes. And you got number one gifter. Thank you, April. I'm so excited. Thanks, April. Now you have a nice little GFL badge. GFFL. Graham Fam Farm LLC is what that stands for. Someone was asking me that the other day. It's first time for me. Hi, Mira. Glad you joined. Welcome. So this one's actually an awesome one. I just started reading it. What page am I even on? I'm only on like I'm on page 13, but it's a great book. So if you're looking for vibration and like the power of your subconscious mind, this is by Joseph Murphy, you guys. I'm not sponsored by him or anything. I have no idea like how much these books are, but I got it on Amazon. So this is a great book that'll start kind of helping you see the power you have within you, and sort of like the cyclical thoughts that keep you stuck in the same place. Because we all have them. We all have them. A lot of them are just cyclical thoughts where, we're not good enough, or we don't deserve that, or why would that come to me, or no, that's not reality, or like one that they tell people all the time is like, rich people don't deserve it, or they're just rich and bougie. Yeah, they tell you that so you stay poor. No. Rich people are like, being rich is a great thing. It can provide you with freedom. More freedom than you would have. Not freedom totally, because we all have some sort of enslavement due to where we are in the United States and just what we are. But yeah, it can provide you with more freedom than you would have without it, and you should want to strive for freedom. Freedom is one of the best things, and for truth. If you're striving for like freedom, truth, and love, then you're going to make sure that you're going on that path that's right for you, rather than striving for money. Okay, striving for money alone can put you down a path that, be careful what you ask for, right? Because you don't just want to strive for money. Money could make it where you lose relationships and things like that. But if you do want money, maybe you should strive for freedom, financial freedom, abundant freedom, things like that. Okay, let's see. I've heard wonderful things. Oh, I'm so sorry I went out of that. I've heard wonderful things about that book. It's on my Amazon wishlist. Awesome, Moonchild. Thank you. Yeah, it is great. And I've been looking into like I've read just a ton of books that talk about the truth and, what that is. There's a lot of different resources you can have. You don't just have to go with one of them. There's tons. And so it's really good. I'm reading Think Like a Monk right now. I've never heard of Think Like a Monk, Moonchild. I'm excited. I will write that one down. I'm a big fan of writing things down. Also, if you want, I have like a Phoenix planner to plan really specific goals and set them out a future ahead of time, and that way you can have them come to fruition. Another thing you shouldn't do, sorry, I was really going to write that down. Hang on. I don't want to forget that, Moonchild. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I always love new books. Reading is really important. It's one of the ways that you can open up your mind, and obviously you've heard that a million times, but it allows you to be more free. It's not like only read this. Read what inspires you or makes you feel good about things. So one of the things that I would recommend doing, and what they kind of recommend in these books, is like setting a specific goal, writing that goal down, and then don't tell anybody about it at all. Don't mention it. It's kind of that old saying, like, show what you know rather than tell us all about it. It's not... An example is so much stronger when you can lead by showing someone. Examples are so much stronger than just telling someone. So what I did when I was first figuring out what I wanted, which was, Graham Fan Farm to be sustainable for me and my family and to be something that we could always, rely on, I told myself, I already have this. I already have a successful business called Graham Fan Farm, and it's already thriving and killing it. So as soon as I told myself that and finally started to believe that, then I really did start to have a successful business that was thriving and killing it. But before I believed it, it was just like this make-believe reality that I wanted to get there, and this like perpetual goal that was never reached. So believing it and becoming it ahead of time, like being one with that, will really help you achieve it, guys. Really help you achieve it. Okay, so, oh my gosh, let me go out of that. Okay, so I want to end. I've only got 15 more minutes on here, but I wanted to end. I know I started one live and then I started another live again later, so I'm so sorry about that. I just had to run to the restroom and run right back. But, for those that stayed and stuck in there with me, I just hope this inspires you to, like, go out and find something that works for you. Like, something's not working for you, but they say it should because it's totally normal. Like, you're using hand sanitizer. Why are you keep getting sick? Well, maybe you should stop using hand sanitizer. There's a lot of different things you can do that are totally different than what they tell you to do that can allow you to thrive. Not only just survive, but like thrive, you guys. That should be the goal of everybody. Let's thrive together. Let's not just barely make it and live paycheck to paycheck. No more living paycheck to paycheck, you guys. It's time to expand our mind and expand what we think we deserve and get more and deserve more. Okay, I think I had a question on here. Leather Hampson, hi Leather. Can't wait for more herbal teaching kitchens. Yes, Leather, I think you joined me in the last one. I do have lots of herbal teaching kitchens. I'm getting ready to do another one where we're going to go and continue to make elixirs for children and all sorts of fun herbal remedies. Then I'm going to do a salve making course. They're a lot of fun. I never really plan out my lives ahead of time. I used to do that, and then it kind of got overwhelming for me. I like to just kind of pop on whenever I want to pop on and talk about whatever I want to talk about. So I definitely will be doing more herbal teaching kitchens, and I'll teach you more about how to use the herbs in like a culinary way too, so you can sneak it into your family's food, which is always really good. Then they get an herbal kick and they don't even know it. But yeah, so I mean, the more you can sit alone by yourself and think about what it is I actually want. right? And what it is that would make, what one thing, if I did it right now, would make everything else easier. What's the one thing? There's actually a book called The One Thing. You know, what one thing can I do right now to make everything else easier? Well, think about that. No one's one thing that they're going to do is going to be the same thing that you're going to do. At least it shouldn't be. You shouldn't be following someone to figure out what you should do. You should just start talking to yourself deep down inside. What do I want to do? And as we start to do that, we're going to start seeing leaders among us emerge, you guys. We're going to see new leaders. We're going to see these people that are coming up with these Einstein amazing ideas. Actually, I should say Tesla amazing ideas, because Tesla was where it's at. And if you look back at a lot of Tesla's work, by the way, which is kind of what I've been going on for a second, he's all about vibration. So if you want to know about vibration, someone asked that earlier. If you want to know about vibration, start studying Tesla. Nikola Tesla, dude, he is legit. Knew the truth from the beginning, knew where it was at, understanding vibration in the world in a whole different way. And that was kind of actually one of the first things that made me realize, wait, what? Why didn't we know more about Tesla? Why didn't they tell us more about Tesla? Why didn't they tell us about this amazing technology that Tesla created? You know, like this self-generating, never-ending generator, like a generator that once it's started, it's never stopped. Well, they don't want you to know that. He is amazing, April. You're exactly right. They don't want us to know anything that he's done and all the great things that he's accomplished, because then we might replicate them. All right. So if you've looked into anything with Tesla's work, his laboratory was burned, and all of his inventions and stuff and records and notes were burned or taken. That happened for a reason, guys. That happened for a reason. Hi, Roy. Hello from Kearney, Missouri. Hi, Roy. Do you sell online only? Yes, we sell online only. GrahamFamFarm.com, GrahamFamFarm.com. Yeah, that's what we do right now. We may have a local pickup soon, but right now we just sell across the United States. Please order. I'd love to see your order in. Yeah. So, you know, you guys, the more you start looking into like the alternative historical accounts of things, the more truth comes out. The more truth comes out. Remember that saying, winners write history and the losers have to read about it? Remember that? Like, that was a saying, and it's a really good saying. Because the winners write history and the losers have to read about it. And so I'm not anti-American by any means. I am American through and through. I want the best for us, and I want the best for the people that live here, okay? But I do understand that governments can be coercive, and we as people need to keep the governments accountable. And in order to keep the governments accountable, we've got to question their actions and question their narratives and question their fact-finding. You know, if our government is the one finding all these facts for us, how can we trust them? They're also the ones that rule us. They're also the ones that we pay. I'm like, I don't know about that. And these third-party fact checkers, they're normally not third-party. You know how easy it is to start a non 501c3. What am I trying to think right here? 501c3 non. What am I thinking, guys? I can't believe this. I'm a lawyer, for goodness sake. A 501c3. Wow. Non-profit. Oh my gosh, non-profit. You know how easy it is to start a 501c3 non-profit? Super easy. And as soon as I start a 501c3 non-profit and I like link it on my Graham Fam Farm, I can be like, Graham Fam Farm follows Graham Fam Farm School. This totally other thing that's not even related. Yeah, it's related. You know, like, that's how they do it, you guys. We can't just be idiots. We can't be idiots anymore. We can't be ignorant about it, right? It's time for us to step up. I said this earlier. I'm 35, and I feel like my generation and our generation, you guys, we deserve to be the ones to change what's going on. Let's change it. This isn't good. I say this all the time. Our life expectancy is going down, not up. What's going to happen when we're 65, 30 years from now? We don't want that. No, it's time to step in and change it. What do we want? We want a healthy people. We want freedom. We want to be able to do what we want. Come on. We've got to start stepping up, and we've got to start questioning the narrative and questioning what actually makes sense. You know, one of the funniest things when I became a lawyer was case law. When I first heard, I don't know if you know this and how it works, but when I heard how it happens, I laughed in law school. So in order for a judge to like look at a case and be able to rule on a case, he has to look at the way previous cases were ruled before and find the right answer and how we did it in the past. Does that make any sense to you guys? Do you think like we should look at all the past things we've done and only do things in the past? That stifles growth. That stifles growth. And in my opinion, is such a dumb way to do it, okay? So why should we have to look at the way we decided it in the past in order to decide a current issue today? Doesn't make any sense. That's backwards thinking. Backwards thinking doesn't work for me. I don't care how people have decided it in the past. I care about what's right today, like what makes sense today. And that's what gets us down all these stupid rabbit holes. I love rabbit holes, but all these stupid ones that really mean we're just fighting with each other. Remember I talked about the factions, let's all fight among each other. They do that because they make up these stupid rules, like the stone coat wearer that I was talking about before, you know, in that movie, and Smallfoot, and come on, all these small-minded ideas just keep us down rather than allow us to advance and be brought up. And so I think that it's up to us to advance ourselves and be brought up in that way. Okay, so let's question it. Let's be the ones that go out and ask these questions and make each other feel normal and sane, and really like brainstorm these ideas that we hear from others and not just shut them down just because it's something that we've never heard before. Okay, so, oh, April, what'd you say? Uniqueness and individuality are squashed. It's so sad. It really is so sad. And the things that are brought up over and over again are like, let's just be defiant. That's not really what we're going after. It's not just defiance. Defiance for sheer defiance isn't bringing you anywhere near towards the truth. What you're looking at is truth and truth solving. You should be on the path towards truth. And to be on the path towards truth, there may be defiance involved. It may involve defiance, but it's not like you're just looking to be defiant. You're actually looking for the answer. And when you look and you go and look for the answer, yeah, you might have to knock down certain non-truths or certain facts as you're looking for the answer. But every fact that you knock down, you'll find a truth out of. And truths are things that you can't deny. There's something that it makes so much sense. It's like when you found out, sorry to burst anyone's bubble, but when you found out Santa wasn't real, right? Once you know Santa's not real, it's like hard to put Santa back in the real box. You know, it's like, no, my mom just told me Santa's not real. How's this guy saying Santa's real? It's hard to be like, oh yeah, he is real again. You know, Santa's not real. He's not, but love is real, and giving is real, and showing appreciation to others. All those things are very, very real. Okay, and so you have to kind of parse one over the other without just like throwing the baby out with the bathwater. Okay, and so that's a hard concept that we're going to start learning as we evolve down this path of evolving humanity is really what it is. We're actually evolving humanity and becoming a better group of people together. And so it's exciting to see what we're going to do with that. There's a lot of crazy stuff to come, you guys, like before I leave, because I've got to go in 7 minutes. But there's so many crazy things to come, and I'm excited for them. You should not be scared of them. Remember, we talked about fear being like that really low vibration, and, you know, a higher vibration is always so much stronger. Don't be fearful. Become knowledgeable of it and become excited for what you know is coming. And that's why you're going to see some of these things in the Bible, like in Revelations and stuff that are being talked about. It's a very real thing that's happening. Lots of religions, lots of cultures talk about it. It's an awakening of us. It's the age of Aquarius. It's a brand new time, and a brand new energy. And so that's why you're feeling a little differently, right? And you're feeling like, no, something's going on here. I don't know what it is, but something's going on here, you know? And it's time to bring out your passions and what you like, and to really put time and energy into you and evolving you. You should be evolving yourself and really relying on like your sensors, your internal sensors, and maybe like a gut feeling, or, you know, just an internal knowing that you really need to rely on right now, because you could definitely go down the wrong path if you're not careful. And you'll know that because it's a feeling that you'll have. Okay, Sadie, I got a question. Did your spouse feel these same things, or did you have to share your thoughts and you learned over time? The latter. So I was the first one, I feel like, to kind of like wake up in our relationship, and my husband's definitely, I don't mean like waking up, but it is a waking up thing. I feel like sometimes we're walking around blindfolded. I tell this to people all the time, and our hands are tied behind our back, just like on that Free Guy thing. We're not wearing the sunglasses, right? The ones are not wearing the sunglasses. I feel like I put on the sunglasses first and went through my own like, whoa, what is going on here? And then eventually showed kind of like the truth and what was happening. And I was able to make a lot of really good decisions for our family when it came to like our healthcare and different things like that, more of a natural side, where I didn't have to learn from the side effects and going through things like that. I was able to shift our family away from that and go on a more natural path. So I'm really appreciative of my husband and for his trust in me that he had from the beginning without even knowing it really. It was really like, for some reason, Janae's really adamant about not doing this, so we're not going to do it, you know, and he trusted me. And for some reason, Janae really wants to put, you know, this diaper cream on my kid, fine, and he let me do it, you know, and for some reason, Janae doesn't want to use these antibiotics, and we didn't. And the trust and the partnership you have to have with your husband or your significant other before they wake up, or maybe even before you wake up, maybe they've woken up and you haven't yet, you got to be able to trust him, guys. You really have to be able to trust him. My phone is about to die, so hopefully it doesn't die during this thing in my last 4 minutes of this class. I saw a little thing. Sorry, hope you guys can still see me as I plug in my phone. So I saw one last question before I'm plugging it in. By T. You're an eye-opener. Continue being an inspiration to others. Thanks, T. I appreciate you. Really appreciate you. I hope you guys continue to join me. Look at this random thing. I'm in the middle of town. We don't live in the city. I went into Springfield and it kind of inspired me to just like not ever live in the city. And I was like, I'm going to do a live because I think people need to know. And anytime I go to a city, I'm always like, a lot of people to wake up here. I don't mean that, but it's just how I feel. And so if you happen to be one that's living in a city, take time to get time in nature, you guys. I think there's something about just being in nature that allows us to be more spiritual and more connective with our internal selves, our true selves, universe, God, whoever you want to say it is. But take time to be in nature and just like walk on the grass. I can't wait for spring to take my shoes off and my socks off and go walking in the grass. So big fan of grounding. You should be too. It really helps reset everything. We are really advanced machines like I've talked about before, and they really rely and connect with nature, these machines that we call bodies. So I really hope that you go allow yourself to do that, connect with nature, be inspired by nature. You're going to laugh, go hug a tree, right? But do all those things that you are kind of like made fun of, and it'll really help you get grounded. Really help you get grounded. Okay, so I see a couple more things. My husband hasn't woken up yet, but I love and appreciate where he is on his journey. Don't force it. Don't force it. It's going to ruin your relationship if you try to force it. Lead by example. That's one of my best pieces of advice. And show how it's changing you, right? Show how it's changing you. Be nicer, be sweeter, be kinder, be more physically fit, okay? I always advocate for women. Why put on your makeup? Be more physically fit. I don't understand the makeup thing. This is what we look like. Welcome to my skin. You want to get close? This is what it looks like. Hi, I'm Janae. I look like this, okay? Be physically fit and be confident in who you are and what your body can do, okay? You don't need to put things on your face to get more confident. And if you're doing that, and because believe me, I've been there, done that. If you're doing that, it can change, okay? There's lots of other things you can do, but I think it's a self-confidence kind of thing in order to stop the makeup kind of thing. But you should show change, and if you show it and you lead by example, it's a much stronger example. So he will get there. You can do it. Make good decisions for you and your family. Me too. Hi, April. What'd you say? Me too. My body is craving outside. Girl, I feel you. I cannot wait to ground barefoot. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. Sometimes I even do that in the winter. The cold isn't what makes you sick, so don't worry about that. The sickness is like a natural thing your body goes through. It's like a process of just getting rid of all the gunk and allowing you to be brand new. So allow yourself to go through that fever and stuff when that comes. Kathy, which Springfield? Springfield, Missouri. I'm from Missouri. I live in Fairplay, Missouri. That's near Stockton, and we are in Springfield right now as my kiddo's at a birthday party. So that's why I'm getting ready to get off here. So I had a nice little fun surprise live chat. It actually started an hour ago, and then I stopped this one, and now I started a new one because I still had some time. So I'm so glad you guys got to hang out with me. I love hanging out with my little group and kind of just, resetting myself and figuring out what to do to make myself feel better, right? I mean, that's what you need to rely on. Your feelings, the feeling of, goodness, and the feeling of ease, and the feeling of I'm on the right path, right? Like I'm excited where I am. I'm on the right path. I'm doing such a good job. I tell myself one of those like cliche things I tell myself over and over again. I'm so proud of myself. I'm doing such a good job. So that's one that if you want to work into your life, it'd be such a good one. I'm so proud of myself. I'm doing such a great job. Keep going. I always say that to myself. Okay, so I'm north of Columbia. Awesome, Kathy, that's so great. I love that. Do you think grounding mats work? Yes, if you have the right grounding mat. I've definitely looked into them, and I do think they work. There's also like a grounding bed thing you can put on your bed. It's a bed sheet. I also think it works great too. So I am into those, but you have to get the ones with like the right manufacturer. But I do think they work. I'd much prefer to be outside though, let's be honest. Nothing's better than just being outside. But yeah, I do think so, and I think that you're going on the right path if you're even looking into it. Let's see. I'm north of Columbia. That's cool, Kathy. Very cool. I'm originally from Odessa, Missouri. My husband's from Holden, Missouri, so very nearby. April, experiencing the sick and fever now. Totally understand, and thank you for the reminder. That's right. As you're going through that sick and fever, guys, tell your body thank you. Tell your body thank you. Say, thanks for allowing me this detoxification, because that's what you're going through. It's a detox. Don't stifle it with Tylenol or Motrin or Advil or anything like that. Don't stifle it. Allow your body to go through it. Have a cold compress on your head, or maybe drink some chamomile tea, some echinacea tea, but allow yourself to go through it. Just rest. Just rest. Food may not be the most important thing right now either, by the way. I like to fast when I'm sick. Helps your body fight it better. That goes back to allowing your body to fight, so allow those bodies to fight. Hey, what manufacturer do you use? I don't know what you're asking about. Hey, it's me. What manufacturer do you use? Tell me and I'll elaborate and I'll answer it really quickly. April Hodge, thank you. Plenty of water. My body does. Oh, good job. That's exactly right, April. Plenty of water and your body will do the rest. Oh, the grounding sheets. Thank you. Oh, man. I bought mine at a metaphysical fair in Republic, Missouri, actually, and I have no idea what the brand is. I don't even remember. I would look at viewer, comments and stuff like that online of anyone you go to buy before, so definitely look at that. Okay, I've got to peace out, but remember, I would love to have you be a subscriber. You get extra perks if you're a subscriber, behind the scenes videos. I have all sorts of herbs that you're going to get, medicinal value for the herbs, and then we're going to do just a subscriber only live. I'm so stoked when I get to 1,000 subscribers, and we'll do just that. Lots of gifts to come and lots of fun stuff on the way. So thank you for joining me today, you guys. I really, really appreciate it. And if you're a subscriber, thanks so much. Continue to go. I have so much to talk with you about, but I hope you have a great day and I will see all of you soon. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Good luck and good health.